So how does it feel to be the quickest funny car driver in the world?
It's pretty crazy. You know, it was awesome hearing the guys come on the radio and tell me what the car ran. I actually thought that I heard them wrong, so I wasn't even that excited. I was like, okay, you know, it made a good pass, but I didn't think it went, 380. So it's pretty crazy. It's obviously an unofficial national ET record, being that it's testing here in Phoenix, but still excited about it. I mean, that's a huge number for us to put on the board, and then to be able to have run 2 384 passes today is pretty awesome. So we're really excited, being, obviously with a new sponsor with Advanced Auto Parts and our Chevy Camaro. We're thrilled to be testing and running so good. So just excited to get ready and get the season going.
Leah, what does it mean to be #1 after second day of testing?
It's pretty cool. I'll be honest, it's pretty cool, but ultimately it's not promoted, right? It's not qualifying. What it means to me is all the hard work that the Papa John's team has put in this entire season, off season, came to fruition. Now for us, it's about our incremental numbers. Yes, we clocked our best career time, 368 this morning. We're like, all right, looks good. Yesterday we had even better numbers, and then today we solidified it with our 367, another career best ET for me. It means a lot, but one thing for sure that I'm focusing on this year is not getting ahead of myself, not getting too hyped up on those things. That's because Todd, Okahara, and Joe, they know what they're doing. They've spent a lot of time on creating power for this motor, and now it's finally starting to show. So that's what it means to me, is that they've done a kick-ass job, and now we're putting it on the track.
Did it feel like a 360 when you were going down there?
It felt like, I'll tell you something. It felt 100% different than it did yesterday, because yesterday we carried the front end so high and so long for like 75 feet. I'm trying to steer the car, it's washing out right. I'm trying to steer it, wheels come back down, it wants to shoot me towards the center. I'm like, this is a brand new race car. Like, am I gonna need to learn how to drive this thing all over again? Instead, we put some weight on the front, made some other weight changes around there, some wing angles, another 3.5, and then once this morning it got planted, and I was like, that's my hot rod, like that's a race car right there. So when that 68 felt like a 68, 67, I'm gonna be totally honest with you, probably has a little bit more, but it felt good. When they say that we're rusty after the off season, I mean, that's a statement of fact. You don't just not go 330 miles an hour for almost 3 months. So it's the rush, it's every bit of the rush of a 367.
I got to run a 372, didn't even make it to the finish line. What's wrong with that? So it blew up. The thing makes 11,000 horsepower, man. They're going to blow up. We're working on new parts and pieces. We ran a 370 yesterday flat, shutting off at 850 feet. So other than a little destruction, a few body parts and some parts and pieces and some money spent.
Just goes to solidify your view on the importance of the canopy.
You know what? It was fantastic. If I didn't have the canopy on, I would have been engulfed in flames, because that was a big boom. I watched the video. Little smoke, and that was about it. I reached out, grabbed the fire bottles, looked around. You could see fire on the outside, and I don't need a fire. Just magnificent. I think what they've done over the few years that we've had it has come a long way. And I feel almost a false sense of security in these cars. There was a time, Bobby, a long time ago, man, I started out my first race in Indianapolis, and we lost the world champ, the future world champ. And from that day on, every prayer I said, I pretty much thought I was going to die. So I didn't get in a car, and if the best driver in the world died, well, how are we not going to? And over the years, there was a period of 10 years where it was pretty dangerous. I get in that car right now, and it's not a false sense of security. We are in a much more secure car than we ever had before. And that's all I can say about it. That was a big boom. We can't even find half the manifold, but the driver's safe, no burns, no heat, no anything like that. And it's just it's a magnificent piece of machinery right now.